Now let us see Carousel. Carousel means image slideshow. We are going to display a few images with a slideshow. That is Carousel. We can also add the text to the slides apart from the images. Okay, now let's add. First we have to place a div. Inside the div we have to give UL. The div tag is representing the complete carousel and the UL is representing actual images. And inside this UL we have to specify, not the UL, we have to place another div actually. This inner div is representing the inner content of the carousel, and inside the particular thing we have to place again div tags. How many slides you want, that many div tags you should have. Okay, so this outer div is representing the complete carousel. This second div is representing the inner content of the carousel. These three div tags are representing three different slides. You can have a number of slides as per the requirement. And for this outer div we have to give class equal to carousel, and we should have some ID for reference purpose. For example, demo, and we have to specify the interval. That means for how many seconds, for how many milliseconds you want to go to the next slide. For example, for every 3 seconds you want to go to next slide automatically. So date interval is equal to 3000, which means that for every 3 seconds automatically we have to go to the next slide. And for this second div we have to give the class equal to carousel inner, which means that inner content of the carousel. And this actual carousel item is represented as this one. So class is equal to carousel item, which is representing actual carousel item, that is the slide. Inside this we should have the actual image. We have three images, that is London.jpg, next New York.jpg, next Singapore.jpg. Okay, so these three images I want to display. These three images I want to display in the slideshow. So first one, London.jpg. Width is equal to 1366 pixels. Height is 768. Same width must be given for remaining images also. All the images must be having same size. Singapore and New York. So you should collect some images where the size is exactly same. Otherwise we have to try other images where the exact size is there. Otherwise you can also edit the images using Photoshop. Okay, you must collect the images with the same size. Okay, we should have one more thing, that is data right equal to carousel, which means that it has to start playing the slides. Okay, we have to give slide, which says that slide, with the slide effect it has to open. Okay, the default page must be mentioned as active, then only the slide will be played. Okay, the first slide must be active. Now we can see the image slideshow is being played. Automatically for every 3 seconds it will go to the next slide. Okay, in this case only we have placed the images. How to add the content to these images? Some text content. So below the image we can place a div and we can say carousel caption. So in this particular div tag, whichever the content we have placed, that will be displayed on the top of the image at the bottom side. For example, you are placing some heading and paragraph. So that will be displayed in this place. I mean below the image. Next, okay, now each image has its own text. Now we have to also give date carousel caption, right? We have to place it inside the carousel caption. Okay, now text we have added, but the point is I want to add some 3 circles in this place. At the bottom side I want to place 3 circles or 3 lines which indicating the 3 slides. When I click on the particular line, it has to go to the particular slide. So in order to do so, we should have a UL, LI, 3 LI tags because we have 3 slides. First we have to say these are carousel indicators. And each LI must be connected to this particular ID, that is demo. So data target equal to hash demo. I mean this ID we have mentioned here for reference, which says that this LI tag should target this particular carousel. We are referring to the parent by using this ID. And when I click on this LI, it has to go to which slide? It has to go to the slide number 0. That means the first slide. Next 1 and 2 also. Now you can check there, it is displaying 1, 2, 3. Whichever you clicked, that will be shown there. And in order to say that the first one is a default item, we have to add a class called active, which says that by default the first one is the default. So first one is default. You can see the white color for that. We can also go for the remaining. Next, I want to add the previous and next buttons here. Previous, next. When I click on previous icon here, it has to go to the previous image. When I click on next, it has to go to the next image, next slide. So at the bottom side, we have to just add Okay, here we have to add a class equal to carousel control preview. That means it has to go to previous slide when we click on this icon, and href equal to the ID we have to provide, the parent ID. This ID we have to mention here for reference. Data slide equal to preview means when the user clicks it, it has to go to the previous slide. And span class equal to display the icon, we have to give carousel control previous icon. So this will display the previous icon in this area. When you click on this, it will go to the previous slide. Same way we can add the next slide. So next data slide equal to next control next icon. So this will display the next icon here. Okay, we have given 1900 pixels width for all these images. Okay, and so it is displaying the images along with the right side button. Next image we can see. Okay, this is how to create the carousel.